Let's get it, Justin.
Yeah.
Let's get it. Cause we're gonna have to dig into the dirt on this one, Justin. We're gonna have to just keep it all the way 100. Step on toes from haters from different area codes. What it is, y'all, I am your boy, King Kunch in the building. And tonight, as always, we keep it real here in the Nerds Underground. And as always, too, I just got the best co-host on YouTube with me. My man's Justin. What's going on, Justin?
What's up, man? You know what? We're alive. What can we say worse about that? We're alive. We could
on a beautiful Thursday. Damn, my week all effed up.
On a summer solstice day too.
Summer solstice, because it was like, yo, it still got light outside right now in my crib.
Oh yeah.
And it's, I'm on the East Coast. I was like, dang, it's like, Kyle, what's going on? Mr. Griff, what's going on? Brooke, what's popping? Lou,
Brooke,
Lou in the building, and
C-Dub.
C-Dub, what's up, C-Dub? Look, dog, I got to talk about this show called Acolyte, and we just got to go ahead and hop right on into it, because I didn't give really my thoughts on episode 3. I didn't. I just wanted to let it be. To me, it was just the wackest thing, bro, Justin. It was just, all in all, this show that they've been, like, we've been waiting on for Star Wars, and, like, people before this show came out were thinking, like, Acolyte, it could be cool going into the dark side. And this show has really just been the one that just dropped the ball. And 100%. Dropping the ball is keeping it safe, ain't it?
100%. Here's the thing, I wouldn't even say keeping it safe, because...
Yeah.
I wouldn't say this is safe at all. Actually.
So look, real quick with episode 3, man. Like episode 3 was like a 2. Like when I want to think about episodes for me that were just whack, like I put it on She-Hulk level.
Damn.
Bad. And when I'm thinking about episode 1 and episode 2, those episodes are actually pretty solid to me. Like I had some gripes, but I was still like, okay, like they could be working with something. And then you get episode 3. And that's what's supposedly supposed to be the death of Star Wars. But Justin, as we know, there's no such thing as the death of Star Wars.
Oh, there is, but...
There's no such thing as the death of Star Wars. I mean, to be honest...
There is.
I just can't see it. I don't know what's going to be next. Like, what's going to keep people, like, to really be like, I'm not watching this show anymore.
I mean, it's atrocious. Like,
but anyway, look, with episode 3, when we get down to episode 3, like, it was just whack to me. I don't care about, the lesbian stuff and all this. It was just whack. It was just whack. It was like, it looked horribly shot.
Yeah,
it didn't really make a lot of sense. We're supposed to be establishing something that's supposed to be a power with these witches, and we never see that established. We never get any inkling like the importance of what these two characters are supposed to be in the Force. Of like how powerful they might really be. Because right now, they don't seem really powerful at all. May's been cheating her way to kill Jedi. Like, it doesn't really compute to like what they were trying to build there. So that's just in episode 3. For some reason, I decided to watch episode 4, Justin.
And you joined the watch party, too.
I joined the watch party over there at Justified Nerd. Go ahead, holler at my man's on YouTube, Justified Nerd. Somebody throw the link.
New channel.
Subscribe to the new channel for Justin. He has a watch party for this show, and he's going to be watching it next week. I don't know why. Why this man would decide to put himself through it again.
No, wait. As I said, am I going to?
Didn't you say you was going to?
I don't know.
Oh, now you don't know.
If I said I will, then I'll do one more. But
yeah, you said you would. You said you didn't know. You said you didn't know if you make it through it, but you said you would do it.
Okay.
But look, for episode 4, like I'm watching it with my man's Justin over there, and I promise you, like I'm putting my kid to sleep. I got my headphones in, and I'm watching it while I'm sitting in there with him on the Discord. And bro, I tell you, I fall asleep like 5 times, dog.
You did say that.
I fell asleep like twice. What's going on, Jared? I fell asleep like.
What's up, Jared? How's it going, Kyle?
For like maybe once was like 2 minutes, and another one was like 4. Like it was like I woke up and they were walking through the grass and they were talking. Like, bro, it took me out of it. It was whack. Now, remember when I said the episode was called Day, and I was like, "Yo, the next episode is about to be night." Remember that?
Yep.
He indicated that we were about to get wanked around, that we were about to get a nothing burger out of this show. Like, it was just literally going to be an episode that led us up to a moment that we're just going to get teased of what happens in the next episode. So we get to Day, and walking through Day, and like, bro, it was the most boring episode that I have ever seen.
Awful.
Like, just off rip, just so y'all know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking this show is a 4 out of 10. Throughout this whole show, I mean, this episode, I'm thinking this episode is a 4 out of 10. Throughout this whole show, I'm watching it like it's a 2 out of 10, bro. Like, we get around to the point where she's like awakening the bug, and I'm like, first of all, like, why is she doing that? On multiple levels. One, why are you touching it? Two, like, why, like, are you the one that can sense the life in it? So, like, she does that, and you get the wackest line.
I got this.
Justin, say it again.
I got this.
I got this.
Oh my gosh.
He said, I got this.
Hold on, real quick. Sidebar, and then continue your soliloquy.
That's his favorite word.
Yeah, I watch a lot of Stephen A. Smith, so my bad. That line is dog shit. And I see a lot of people say the one thing they do like about this show is soul. For what? He's just as bland as the green lady.
Look, he's a little bit. I don't know if it's like his facial expressions or like what he's kind of leading on. He's working with more. That line, I didn't feel it. The look that he gave before they went to go. I mean, this episode, I don't feel like he's getting a lot to really push through with.
I mean, fair. But
so like, I feel like the moments that we get with him, just like the moments we got with Daphne Keene and shit, like the moments that we get, like he's cashing in on it, and I think people are getting it. But there are not a lot of moments, and there wasn't really one in this episode for me. Even people that are like, I'm liking Court, like, bro, I'm sorry, like, I still can't stand the motherfucker. I don't like that.
Oh, Yord.
Okay. Yeah, Court, Yord.
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't care. He should have been KB Brightstar. Kai Brightstar for all I care. Nah, never mind. I don't want Kai Brightstar in this type of show. What am I thinking?
No, you wouldn't want him wasted. No, I'm sorry.
I wouldn't want him wasted. And you don't even watch Young Jedi, and you feel that. So.
We'll get into why I feel that way in a minute, but yeah, no.
So, look, anyway, we go through this episode, and like I said, I realize we're about to be a filler, bro. Like, we're getting there. And then all of a sudden, they do the dumbest shit in the world and have May decide to say, you know what? I'm out. I'm skipping town. Hey, Doe, let me out. Like, it's really like, hey, Doe, let me out, bro. And she tricks the guy. She yells, help, help. That was the weakest shit. She tricks him and like, and gets him caught up. Like, bro. Justin, I watched the show and I'm like, yo, what? I think I even said something. I'm like, yo, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, you did. We were both. I know I made a facial expression when that happened because it was lame. It was lame.
All this show is lame as fuck, bro. Like, on all jokes aside, like everything else that y'all think is wrong with the show, that's not it. It's just lame as fuck. If you think it's this agenda, you think it's fucking, you don't want to see these two. No, it's just lame, bro. It's just lame. Now, you go on, and come to find out that the one thing I'm looking forward to in this episode was her facing off with the Wookiee Jedi. The one thing I'm looking forward to is her facing off against the Wookiee Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
They killed the dude. Like, we don't even get it. Like, I come to the solace of the point, it's like, okay, at least maybe I'll get a little tease of what's going to happen when she gets to the Wookiee, because that's going to be at the end of the episode, because it's day and we're going to have to get night. No. They killed the Wookiee off screen, bro. The one thing that they're building up to. So, like, that in itself, and here's the thing, the decision isn't even killing it off screen, because it would... killing it off screen would have just killing it on screen would have just automatically obliterated everything else, like, that they were doing in the story. So, like, even if they showed it on screen and it wasn't May, that would have been a terrible decision too. It should have been May.
Yeah. Yeah.
It should have been May. For you to get this deep in the plot, and I'm going off now of the episode. Like, if you think to be this deep in the plot of May going around and killing Jedi, of getting poisoned, of killing a Jedi with a knife at the beginning, like, if you think we've been going down going down this path, for you to take your foot out of the joint and just say, let me out, in a weak ass moment that don't even make sense.
True.
Then, like, bro, it's idiotic. So, like, bro, like, some people can say I saw the moment when I saw it coming when she saw Osha and she saw her sister was alive. Even then, dog, for you to put your fucking knee in this shit, like your whole fucking leg in this fucking mud of a story, and then you say, well, you know what, I'm gonna just try to get out of it because I see May, and I'm not gonna really hint that's like, I'm not gonna, strongly hint that that's why I'm leaving, like a flashback or a thought of something to say, you know what, I can't do this anymore. But they don't make that clear if that's their intention. So I'm just going to assume that it's not their intention. I'm going to assume that it's whatever she realized about it being her final lesson made her flip. That's just the wackest shit, Justin. From that moment on, I would say it was like a 1 out of 10.
You're not wrong, bro. You are not wrong. I think it's where do you begin on how bad this show was, bro? Like it's
You know what's worse about the show, Justin?
What
You want to know
what's
you
worse?
want to know what really grinds my gears about the show? It's
Tell
like
me.
they fucking got something right. Like they got something right at the end. Like I think if
that?
it wasn't for the last 45 to a minute of the show,
Oh yeah,
I would have been done with the show. I never would have seen the show again, bro.
True.
If it was not for that, I would never ever think about watching this show again. But guess what?
They did one.
They
did
pulled a
2 minutes
golden
worth of good
turd
shit.
out of their
That's
ass.
it. Exactly.
A golden turd fell out of their ass and pulled up. Now, dog, they might have hit 1-3. But do I really want to see them brick the next 10? Like, do I really want to come back to the next episode and really see them bomb this ending that they made? At the end of the day, like, can it get worse? Yes, it can get worse. How much worse does it get before I stop? I don't fucking know. Here's the thing. I didn't stop watching it. You stopped watching Andor. I didn't stop watching Andor. Not because I really enjoyed Andor, because I was just bored as hell. Like, I really don't think nothing else was on then. So I finished Andor. And you know what? The ending of Andor made me be like, I may be open for season 2. Now, I need to remind myself that I think every Star Wars fan needs to remind themselves, it's this moment of where we're at right now. This moment of where we were at in the middle of Andor. I think this is the best taste and a reminder of where we were and where we need to think about being on these next whatever Star Wars show that comes out. Because dog. If they do an Andor and really tease something that you just can't let go, like that you just be like, okay, like what the fuck? And the whole show is shit, I'm gonna lose my mind. But yes, it can get much worse. I see it getting much worse, Justin. I see nobody dying. I see everybody getting out. I see them not wrapping up the whole Moody situation. How you say his name again?
Kiadi Mundi.
Monday, yeah, the whole Monday situation, right? Like Monday.
However the fuck you say it. Y'all know the penis-looking head guy.
Yeah. Quixote. Bro, even if they don't wrap up that, like I can see that not happening. Like I can see all of this being much worse for the fans, for the people who care about this stuff. It's not even a birthday shit. It's not even the fact that, he might or might be lying or had his memory wiped or whatever the fuck they're going to want to say that didn't, maybe they didn't think it was a Sith. Like, whatever the fuck they want to come up with, dog. Like, yeah, it's going to get much worse. And I'm going to sit here and watch it and laugh on the rooftops. I've seen people fall from grace in ways that you won't explain. Justin, you've seen people, you've seen them talk about this shit, and you're like, you know what? I'm off of it. The thing is, bro, it's nothing to chill about, and it's nothing to be toxic about. At the end of the wait a minute, I can't say it that way. It's
Oh, they
nothing to be
finding
positive
ways on
toxic
both
about.
sides.
It's nothing to be positive toxic about, and it's nothing to be a negative toxic person about. Right? At the end of the day, whether it's leftist, rightist, whatever you think the agenda is, that's not the issue. At the end of the day, this show effing sucks. It's whack as hell with everything they're planning, with everything they're doing. The writing is bad. The plot is bad. The decisions, the things that they choose to do, the things that they make the actual thought to say, you know what, let's do this. But they don't have to, or they could do it a different way. The decisions they make in this show makes this show whack as fuck. And that's the end of story. And it's going to get much worse. How much worse can it get, Justin?
Oh, it can get a lot worse, bro. It can. Actually, you know what? It might not be able to get that much worse.
Lotus.
You know? Yeah, what's up, Lotus? What's up, Prez? Carl? Yeah. Jared might have made the great decision of not watching a single second of the show, man. This show is laughably bad. They don't give a fuck about canon at this point. I strongly disagree with my good friend, chilling in the basement. If you're in here, love you, bro. He was in the watch party with us. I strongly disagree with them when he says they're dancing on it. No, there's no coming back now from like not talking about canon with this show now. You're asking me to mind bend a lot and think these Jedi are stupid a lot. That no one reported any of this at this point. That Kiadi Mundi that knows about this shit now that y'all apparently went on the Wikipedia for Star Wars or whatever and change the fucking date live time to make him fit your shit. And y'all didn't even have the presence of mind to do that at least before the show came out.
Bro, just real talk. The easy way to do it is to put a parentheses beside it, even to say this is canon, like TV canon. You know what I mean? Like differentiate, respect the EU or whatever they call it, right? Like
it would have been shit on either way, but like at least do it before the show is courtesy. Out. Yeah, don't do it live time with the show.
Yeah, and don't wipe them out. Like they literally wiped out that lore.
Jeez. And I'll get to the biggest part about this, and I want to hear what you think. But let me say this too first. The show, dude, that episode 4 was stupid. I'm sorry. We spent 29 minutes walking through the fucking forest to find a Jedi that obviously only needed 2 minutes to find.
Bro.
I don't get it. The fact that there's a mid-change in the whole lore of May in 5 seconds is god-awful writing. I don't understand what we're doing here. I don't understand how this even got approved, because this is lazy as fuck. I don't want to be that guy. I've been really trying to be very, very open-minded to this thing, because I don't care about the lesbian witches. I don't care about the pronoun shit, even though it was kind of weird because they made it a point. Like, there's an easy way to do it and not just make it stand out. And like, you're literally giving that side more ammo, and y'all did it in the most obvious way. Like,
it was a weird moment too. It was already a weird moment because you're looking at a beaver. Like the easiest way they could have done it was to address somebody while the group was around. Like they addressed like an actual alien or a person while the group was around, and be like, I agree with them. If somebody says something like I agree with them, or
Where
like
all
do
you had
so,
to say, all she had to say was, "Yo, are they with us?"
right,
Doesn't have it. Instead, they go, "Yo, is he with us?" I mean, they
they,
them. Like, I
bro,
don't care about that stuff, but like, why are y'all just doing that to
why are you
gain
baiting it?
ammo at this point?
Why are you
Yes,
baiting it?
man. Like, it's obvious. And so,
Look,
no, I don't like. I don't understand this show. I don't like this show.
let's.
It's smoke forever. This show's dumb.
It's terrible.
Gas.
Gas,
Like,
light on fire.
bro, this has no merit in Star Wars. And again, there's no coming back from like not being like being able to recover this for what's the word? Canon purposes, because now you have 3 issues now, at
Right.
least, with canon. You have the what Kiadi Mundi now, that again, there's no way you can tell me that the Jedi's communication is that bad to where he says a millennium in episode 1. It's literally him. They bring the same guy
They didn't
that
have to bring the same guy.
they brought the same fucking guy.
Could have been his cousin, his dad. Like,
Bro,
could have been anybody, dog.
I
But they
thought
had
they
to
were going to be
bring.
nice and not even address his name so we could at least have an interpretation like maybe that's somebody's cousin. No, they put him by name in the credits.
And like the one person that's the person you decide to show. I mean,
Bro,
they
bro.
like, bro, it could have been Yoda. Like the fact that this stuff is going over
It
Yoda's head,
shouldn't
like
be
what the
Yoda
fuck?
either. But
Well,
it
what I mean,
should
I'm
be,
saying
it
the
shouldn't
person
be.
that you have show up in the show.
Oh, yeah, I get
But
it.
that's the
Oh,
whole
yeah.
problem with the show in the first place. Now, do they come to determine that it's not a Sith? Like if they
Even,
find out it's a witch,
even if they do, you're really telling me that the Jedi, the ones that we hold in such high regard,
mm-hmm.
are that clueless to where they could have put 2 and 2 together that, oh my God, this had Sith connections or something around that line.
So
I'm sorry, that's asking a lot from me as far
So
as mental gymnastics go through to make sure these do not associate. And that's just stupid. It shouldn't be that way.
I need someone to explain Star Wars lore because I think this could get much worse. Um, where did this at this point? Where is the dark side laying? Like right, like where is if you were to point to the dark side or Sith, who is like at this point in time the
It'd
Sith?
be Plagueis and then Malgus, right? I believe it's Plagueis and Malgus.
So
But go ahead.
I was wondering if there's someone who gets involved to awaken something in the dark side of the Force.
Not really, but they
Okay.
Tenebrous as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Plagueis and Tenebrous, yeah.
I was just wondering
They
because
have
I'm like, if they,
disciples. Like,
I'm,
you know how go ahead.
I was about to say, I just know, like, I was just worried that there would be a time where they use this mother to be the person to, yeah, they're not a Sith yet, or yeah, they're not officially a Sith, so the Jedi walk away and thinking it's not a Sith, but then they do something to awaken the dark side of the Force, and
But even that, dude, they've had debriefings already.
I'm just saying, I just hope it's
And then
not.
no, I hear you, but they've
I hope they
had
don't go that way.
debriefings already, and we know that. I'm sorry. Look, they're at this point. There's no way they're killing everybody off in this show, which they should. But the problem is, you can't kill off Kiadi Mundi already. He already has some kind of knowledge about what they're dealing with. At least a dark force user, dark side of the force user. They're there, and they already assume that she has a master. So it's not hard to put 2 and 2 together at that point. There's some type of Sith type of thing. I would feel like, I'm sorry, this might be just feelings, but I would feel like they would have at least semi enough intelligence to put maybe 2 and 2 together. That also had to be Sith correlations. But we're literally using the same guy that said it's been a millennium since the Sith have been found or heard of. Well, like, no, there's none. There's no way you're able to do that.
Look,
I just no.
look. At the
Fucking
end of the
stupid.
yeah, at the end of the day, we don't know where it's headed. Now, like, I just can't wait to find out who this master is and what that means. Now, we talked about them dropping the ball. I don't think a single person is going to die this next episode. Now, I do remember Chillin saying that it looked like in episode 5, like there were scenes from the trailer where it looked like there was a fight.
Could be.
I mean,
I
I
think
guess
he said
Yord is
that.
going to
Yeah.
be. I guess Yord is going to be like looking roughed up at this point. That's the point where his dreads look roughed up and he looks all dusty and it's nighttime. Like you remember that picture?
Yeah.
So maybe this is
Yeah.
like where he's looking through there. Maybe Yord dies. Maybe. Cool.
Yeah. But like, it's
Um,
obvious what's gonna end up happening. So
They're going to try to save OSHA.
yeah. But
And
May's gonna get up. I need to
Mhm.
join you.
Yep. Yep.
I mean, it's so dumb. Like,
Like you go from wanting to kill the Jedi. That's what it all comes to. You go from wanting to kill the Jedi.
bro. To at this point, having no evidence, just that your sister's still alive,
Mm-hmm.
but to your knowledge, they still killed everybody in your village.
Yep.
Well, in the witches, whatever. Like, bro, no, that's so dumb. That's so dumb.
Bro.
What if Snoke was Snoke? Well,
What
Prez,
is-
you almost got me there. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, she almost said, "Gotcha, bitch."
You know the other issue though with the show
Yeah.
is I think this is intentional, bro. I really do. I don't know if you think so, but this feels like they meant it to be this way, this bad, and step on this many toes. Like it literally seems like they want
So you don't
this
think
type
somebody
of
can suck that bad? Like
no.
we've seen things suck, bro. Like
Yes, we
we've
have.
seen we've seen things suck, and when we talk about levels like Batman versus Superman, thinking of levels like the Justice League, thinking of levels like She-Hulk, Secret Invasion.
I think those were I look, dude. I think those are bad shows,
Mm-hmm.
bad movies. But they didn't intend for them to be bad movies.
I
They
don't think
went
anybody
in.
intended for this show to be bad,
I do. I 100% think they did.
but why?
I think they wanted to ruffle feathers. Maybe they didn't think everybody would hate it and there'd be a 14 fucking percent on Rotten Tomatoes for this thing. But bro, you're telling me y'all expected people to love this show when y'all knew, knowing this fan base, y'all were gonna fuck around with the canon.
Yep.
You
That's why I said
not only
decisions.
fuck around with the canon, bro. You
It's
y'all knew
decisions.
this
like, bro.
is
Like, I don't think Dave would be stamping an approval of having something to be bad. And if so, then no, like we got bigger fucking problems.
Well, ask me why. Ask me why.
Why?
This is. Do you think this show would be talked about this much if they literally played to how it's supposed to be?
And it was good.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it'd be talked about.
I don't-
Orlando.
I don't think so. I think this show. I think Star Wars is in such a bad spot that even if the show was decent, say it was just decent,
Mm-hmm.
this show would not be getting anywhere near the amount of clicks, the amount of impressions, the amount of hate comments. Because at this point, dude, you go through any of their Instagram posts,
Yeah.
Twitter posts, bro. This is the most unified this fan base has been about how bad this show has been. And then you have those one outliers, which it sucks too, because some of them are like some of my favorite content creators too. They're like, can you just let somebody love the show? How else are we supposed to talk? How else are we supposed to vocalize we don't
that's
like
the
this
worst.
shit?
No, that's the worst.
Oh, that shit
Like,
pissed me off.
That's the
Oh,
worst.
there's
Like, you telling me we can't critique shit? Like it went down with people
Exactly,
talking
bro.
about the X-Men '97 and Invincible. Like, come
Bro.
on, dog. It's the real world. We got trophies out here for a reason, dog.
exactly
So look,
like dumb. So yeah, I think this is deliberately to do that. I think they knew exactly what they were doing.
If they make the right decisions, they could have cashed out. Like, I think it, like, of course you're gonna have, like, I think it would have been like 80-20 online. Like, if it would have been like, if people are talking ish about it, it would have been to the point of, well, we know your issue. Like, that's how good I think it could have been, and it would have got more viewers, because it's not getting viewers now anyway. It just got people talking online. Like, what does that get you?
Bro,
it's not getting views right now. It's just getting people riled up. I would
love to agree with you, but when you have Mr. Moist Critical himself, what's his name, Penguin or whatever, you know, Charlie Intel.
Nah.
Well, he does this thing called the Moist Meter all the time. What's up, J Field? He does this thing called the Moist Meter for certain movies and shows. He doesn't do it all the time, but he's mainly a gamer. He has an esports company. He's big time. This man posted just talking about how bad this show is, and it got 1.5 million views in less than 12 hours. That tells, like, bro, no, that's
but that no watching though.
But clicks wise.
Yeah, clicks wise is one thing.
Clicks wise, dude, they're like, bro, come on now.
We know
shout out Moist, yes. Moist Critical is great.
We know it's getting clicks. But what we don't know is, like, well, just for every other show, the viewership ain't shit.
True.
The viewership ain't shit. So I think they could have got better viewership if it was good. Like, I think they would have. I think at the end of the day,
I don't think
if this show was good, you will have more viewers. They're just coming out. Like, it wouldn't be as controversial online and what have you. I really think they're just that stupid, Justin. Like, I think they're just that dumb. Like, I think they're that dumb to not, like, I think they know they're going to get people riled up, but I think they're that stupid to not know how bad it is. Bro, and I think that's just the key of it, bro. Like, there's no way that you go out there and you say, we're going to make a show that's not going to get views.
No.
Like, yeah, they're talking about it online, but we don't pay $185 million episode budget with interactions. They pay through Disney Plus subscriptions and people watching. So at the end of the day, they know they have to try to get viewers. The thing is, they're just too dumb to know how to get them.
I would go for that, but bro, they are not dumb enough to know how their audience is, man. You literally chose the guy that says the Sith have not been around for a millennium. But
that's the problem. That's
to be the surprise character in the show.
They didn't think it would be everybody hopping on like this part. Like, they're too stupid to know the true nature of their fans. Justin.
Nah, well, that tells me they at least knew they were gonna piss people off, and they were fine with that.
To this magnitude, they knew they were gonna piss people off.
They chose. I'm sorry. There's no way you can get around them choosing to. They're choosing to play around with Anakin.
Some people aren't gonna like it. You know, some people are gonna like it, but it's fine. It's not as many as we think.
Bro, I'm at the point where it's deliberate at this point, because they've done too many things that are like, bro, you know what the response would be. You know what the response would be. You know especially the dumb idiots.
I hear you, but I don't think they thought it out all the way. And it's just dumb on them.
Dude, you are a multi-billion-dollar company. How the fuck do you not think something like this through?
All it takes
that's crazy. That's crazy.
And some good convincing, bro.
If I'm an investor, I am really looking at getting them for money laundering or something, because 180 million to produce this dog shit is crazy.
Dog shit is crazy.
Crazy. Like,
so is there any way out for them? No. For this show?
No. I don't even really want to watch the next episode, bro.
But we are.
I'm just curious if we're gonna see somebody die.
I mean, at the end of the day, too, I do like lightsabers.
Dude, they have the recipe for this show to be great.
Mm-hmm.
Lightsabers, Jedi, Force using, but they've done nothing but make this show shit.
Because of poor decisions.
Yeah, I know. They chose to mess around with the chosen one and his legacy. Because at this point, I love chilling, but you can't tell me there's a way around them this affecting somewhat of Anakin's story, because at the very least, this is gonna be how Plagueis figures out how to create Anakin. At the very least. So like, no,
So what's wrong with that?
Because Anakin is supposed to be the one, not
the
other people.
Experiment.
Yeah, not the second experiment, not the second coming. No, and technically he'd be the third coming.
Yeah, I can feel.
And
that.
So no, I'm not with that, and
so
that's why I
you wanted it to be more mystical than just a feat that anybody can pull off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I just
I feel that.
That's an aggressive choice that did not have to be made.
Maybe they're trying to set the precedent so maybe someone could do it again, too.
But for what? For what? I mean, like, come on, Disney, y'all are locked in already.
Disney doesn't think this far ahead, bro. But it goes back to a problem that I mentioned before. They need the one. They need somebody to try and fill those shoes. Like, that's what
creating a somebody using an artificial, half thought out way is not going to do it. And just it's not going to do it.
They didn't execute
go on
it right.
Anakin's.
But if they wanted to set this precedence in canon that this is how you do it, just for them to do it in a future movie, maybe that works out.
Bro, but no one's going to go watch this fucking movie. It's going to get worse views than Madam Web.
They don't know that. They think Kathy still thinks that she could eventually, when she does.
No, I think she knows that now, because now she's over here popping off at the mouth again.
Yeah. Somebody just needs to put her on paternity leave.
Bro, you want to do that? You were talking different earlier. Oh man, bro, have you seen the in chat? Look, should I go in, bro? Because I really.
All right, let's wrap this one up. Go in. We wrap it up.
Should I say it? Because I got names now, dude. I don't care.
Oh, with names? You want to drop names?
I want to. I'm not gonna lie.
Channel. Don't do it on here. Don't do it on here. No, guys. We are not. Go subscribe to my man.
There's at least one name that I want to drop, bro. Oh my gosh. His fake ass.
Oh shit.
I want to do it. I want to do it so bad.
He wants to do it so bad. Just tweet it. Do something else. Don't do it here.
Why?
We're not gonna go there. We're not gonna go there. I've been there before. I just don't feel like it. I don't feel like it.
Crappy nerdvenger. He's a crappy nerdvenger.
Is there a way I could do it that I could just leave myself like out of it? Like, can I just be like, I just stay. You my dog, so yeah. Just go ahead. Just go ahead and say your piece. And I'll stay over here.
If you don't want me to do it, I won't do it.
No, I'll stay over here. That's my disclaimer. I've said it.
Look, I'll preference what I say by the guy off camera is probably a great guy. All right, he's probably a great guy, but I don't know him off camera. And on camera, he a bitch. He's a bitch. I have tried to be civil in his chat. I'm being nice. I know I can be sometimes aggressive, but I toned it down. I honestly, chat, y'all know who I am. I am willing to have the discussion with anybody. I don't care. I will listen to you, and then I will give my sound thoughts to reasons why I don't think you're right. And if you can convince me otherwise, look, good. My arguments never have to do with what the sex stuff of lesbians or gay stuff. I don't give a fuck. Love who you love. I ain't on my Nick Merck shit. Fuck that. I don't do that. Yeah, love who you want to love.
Real quick, like I'm with you too. Like do what you want to do. I'm not really a big fan of it being pushed in content that I like, but I understand.
I don't even care about it being pushed, bro.
I do.
If it has a purpose,
I do mind
if the character has a purpose other than just being gay, lesbian, black, Hispanic, white, then cool. Like that's
And
when the
there's not many
character is
instances
good.
where I think it's pushed. There are some times where I think it's pushed, but there's not many where I think I'm like I have an issue with it. Like everything feels, for the most part, these things feel natural. But anyway, my fault.
I guess I'll say it like this. I only have a problem when that is obvious the only reason this character is in here, or the only reason this character is doing what this character is doing. In Star Wars, they make it present sometimes that is all they're doing. Look, Marvel has been a lot better about it, but Star Wars, they continuously get it wrong, and unfortunately, that community suffers for it. Because again, I use this example all the time. Reva could have had a decent backstory that at least you could have made a I don't know, some type of spin-off show for it. Now that is chalked because they fucked around and really screwed up the reception of this character by slapping her in the middle of two legendary characters. That's obvious. Yep. But where I get mad is when you want to tote that stuff. Cool, like great. I'm talking about individuals, not Lucasfilm at this point. But you also want to categorize everybody as, their ist or phobe or whatever, and then you don't want to hear actual sound arguments to why this shit is trash.
Justin, I got you up. My fault.
What?
I gotta get you back on topic to the person, right?
Oh, I'm getting there. Okay, I'm getting there. And I went to this guy's chat, and I've listened to him spew numbers of dumb shit before. He's talked about, he even goes to the fact of saying, or the extent of saying, Luke Skywalker is a Mary Sue, and completely forgets, he says it's trolling, but completely forgets that, Luke got his arm cut off. Luke was getting literally toyed around with Vader and got his ass beat. He struggled in training, and then he had to go. He went through a whole storyline of being better. Now, we get this, and I bring up some actual question. I asked him, if that's the truth, if that's how you feel, what is the sound way and the respectful way to ask these questions about why you think, to bring up the reasonings why you think this show is not good in a respectful manner? The motherfucker just completely ignores it and goes on to the next person. He's acting like he has 100 people in stream. Brother, you don't. So I'm a streamer myself. I know it ain't hard to see my thing. And then whenever I put another question answering to somebody else in his chat, one of his mods, he reads the first section of it and then just blah, 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 blah. And then totes about some other random shit that made no sense. And yes, I'm talking about Star Wars fucking obsession. Like that shit, bro, you are literally
damn.
You are literally the toxic positive side of what he bitches about, calling them poo. And I like the guy. I think he's a good guy outside of probably the Star Wars obsession. But bro, that is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. He just told me basically he does not want to have an actual conversation. So if you don't want to have an actual conversation, don't act like you are better than everybody, which at first I'm like, yo, you do speak some truth about how these other toxic ass YouTubers act. I'm talking about the Geeks and Gamers bitches. Look, I like Star Wars Theory. I think that motherfucker's just misunderstood and misinformed as well. But Star Wars Theory has kind of gotten to that. But a lot of the people he hangs, motherfucker, Star Wars, you are just as bad. So, if you are gonna act like you want to have people be real and have a sound reasoning, because I agree, if you are out here just toting out woke, bro, you are a bitch. Because at the end of the day, if you are only arguing woke or they're lesbians in the show, you obviously need to go check your fucking reality, because there is a big list of shit that is wrong with this show before you should even have to say anything about woke agendas. Bro, I don't get it.
Look, I'm gonna just tell you this way. I'm glad I don't have that problem because I don't watch the dude.
Oh, I unfollowed.
I mean,
Unsubscribed.
yeah, I mean,
Sorry, chillin'. I might have ruined us having a debate with him. But
he wouldn't.
he
He
probably won't
probably
see
wouldn't
this
come do
anyway.
it. Yeah, and he probably wouldn't come do it. I mean,
Yeah, no. He motherfucker acts like he has 30, 50,000 subscribers, and it's like, bro, no, you were in the mud with me, brother. Like, chill.
toxic
Tone down your
positivity is a
ego.
drug. But look, I had to let Justin get that off his chest because I didn't know the story. So I kind of wanted to hear the story too. I'm over here eating my popcorn, listening to the story too. Like, damn, my man's egging my man in the chat. Like, that is
Bro, I
one of the
just
worst
hate
things. Like,
fake shit,
I know
bro.
I know that feeling because I've been there before. Like when you ask like a real solid question and it just gets avoided. I know that feeling, bro.
Yeah.
And it's
And
like,
then he's the first one to be in Josh's chat, ridiculing my boy Josh for just not liking a show. It's like, bro, shut your ass up. Don't ever come back to chat trying to act like you are high and mighty over Josh because he always does that. Nah. You don't want to hear a real conversation? Shut the fuck up. Don't ask anything.
I could go in myself right now, but I'll be quiet. I will be quiet. But look, anyway, that's Star Wars. That's Acolyte. It's getting worse. I'm sorry. Like, how much worse can it get? It can get real worse. It can get real bad.
It can. It can.
It can get as worse as you think it can possibly get. But one thing we had to get into that we haven't been there, and we'll wrap up the talk here. We get into some Marvel talk. Dog, I want to talk about Blade, bro.
Yeah.
Like at this point, is Blade? Does Blade have to be made? Is it a black eye? And what is the problem? Now, to the outside, it seems like the problem is Mahershala, but from what I'm hearing from sources on the street, hint, hint, that is not Mahershala. That Mahershala is the real reason why this movie is still happening in the first place, but he is getting upset. And we'll talk about the boys here in a second. So let's just real quick, can I just run through where we've been at when it comes to Blade and what's happened over these last couple of years? And then I just want to ask a question, is it worth making? Does it look worse, or does it, what decision, where do we go from here, right? So look, this came out from the Hollywood Reporter. They're actually, like, the trades are actually writing pieces on what's happening with this movie, which is crazy. Dude, the way the chat came up on the side, I was like, yo, Jay, they got J Field's comments on here. But I'm really anyway. It says this, look, Marvel in 2021, Marvel hires Watchmen writer Stacey Kofor to pen the script of the project for Mahershala Ali. Then it says in fall of 2022, Bo DeMayo takes his own stab at the period and designed it as a period piece. In 2023, it says the writer's strike hit, and Marvel shells out Nick Pizzolatto, I think is how you say the name. I know I fucked that all up, to write the story. That was in 2023, over a year ago at this point. All right, so remind you, this all started over 3 years ago. Damn, that's crazy to think, Justin. Over 3 years ago, this shit with Blade started. That was over 3 years ago. All right, so look. It goes on to fall of 2023. The studio hires Michael Green to write the movie. It seems he falls off, and then with they lose the writer, they lose the what's his name, the director, and they bring in Eric Pearson, the guy who wrote Thor Ragnarok, Black Widow, and Fantastic Four. Does this movie have to happen?
No.
I think it does.
What?
Like, I think there's a reason. I think it's more of a black eye if this movie doesn't happen. Now, it puts more pressure on the movie for it to happen and for it to be spectacular. Like, bro, it started in 2021. If we had to wait this long, this many years, through all the type of drama and things you're going up and through with this character, you have to, if not knock it out the park, make it a great movie. Like, it doesn't have to be a top 5, even a top 10 at this point of a movie. I would say if you're talking about phase 4 and phase 5, it does have to be top 5 out of those. I would say probably top 3. No, we say top 5 at this point. It has to be a top 5 movie out of those. But the question is, like, if Mahershala Ali is an issue and he's getting upset with the process here, is it even worth pushing through and making? Or what looks worse, pushing through and making it and having a decent movie? Or just joking us around for all these years and just saying, you know what, we're not going to do it anymore? What looks worse?
I think pushing it and having a mediocre movie, bro. There's all this hoopla about it. We've been honestly, this has been kind of been talked about for the last few months now. Um, if we push this movie and then it comes out to be mid, bro, we're gonna be one. It's too much of a delicate time for Marvel
Mm-hmm.
for this to be mid.
Yep.
I don't think they need to have something that there probably doesn't really need to be even happening. Fuck things up for them even more.
Jay Field on point. Shang-Chi is your floor, which isn't easy. It is the absolute floor. I would say that's the floor. It has to be at least Shang-Chi level or better. And they can do it with Mahershala Ali. Like, I think if you do, like, I think it's been obvious if you find the right director, the right writer, and you tell the right story, it would be good. The only thing is, you have to make Blade, in order for this story to actually be great MCU movies and stories connect to the wider MCU. Like, my favorite MCU stuff is broader. So, like, that's what we've been missing with this. Like, even Shang-Chi would have went to the next level if they really impacted it more with things that happen outside of Shang-Chi's characters.
True. Very true.
But Shang-Chi was just a good movie on its own. That's why I think it's the floor. Like, if it's just a good movie on its own, it's one thing. But for it to elevate, you do have to have a connected story. And I think that's something that does take time to work on. Because if you think about, like, them doing a period piece, I do think that would have been a good movie, but then people would be like, what's that? Like, what separates that from a good version of being Werewolf by Night, right? Like, you don't want a good Werewolf by Night or, like, a Moon Knight situation where, like, where's the rest of the world in this? I
Yeah.
think you do want it to be tied into something. And that's why I think there's rumors about, like, Midnight Suns coming up and, you know, like, that kind of being involved in what, like, that's why I think that does kind of set credence, because if he could be somebody that pushes this world forward, like pushes the supernatural world forward, and they use this to be the jumping point of the supernatural world, then I think that's something we can, like, be like, all right, that's a good movie, that's a great movie, and we can look back on the impact that Blade movie had. But dog, it's good to hear that it's not necessarily Mahershala at this point. He's just getting mad
Yeah.
about it.
I just hope Marvel doesn't do anything to where it like burns bridges though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're not gonna do the movie, or at least do the movie right now, I would like them to be upfront and just be like, yo, we want to do this, but like we don't have the resources or something.
Come
Like
on,
be
C-Dub.
real about it. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, C-Dub.
Wait, what?
Taika Waititi shade. Taika
Yeah.
Waititi shade.
Yeah.
But that's it on That's it on Blade. Like, I just want to touch on that. Now, look, one other thing I want to touch on before I get into the boys, because I do want to talk about the boys. All right, I got to talk about the boys.
That's your floor right there.
I want to talk about this man for a second, bro. And tweeted it out, and I know you hate it when I bring him up.
Mackie, I'm guessing.
No, you'll see it in a
Oh,
second.
John. Dude, let this guy's career
Bringing
die,
him back
man.
would be a W on so many levels, bro. He's been cast as a supernatural revenge thriller, Merciless. Let's read more about it. It says the film follows a CIA interrogator who, as the woman he loves is overtaken by a malevolent force, is forced to go even darker to defeat it. Bro, he just received a Perseverance Award. Like, I don't know what that means. I just saw it, okay? I'm being starlit.
We're reaching right now. Perseverance Award.
He won a
From
Perseverance
who?
Award.
His mom?
I don't know. Let me go Google. It's legit like a Perseverance Award. Hold on. Perseverance Award. Yeah. Jonathan Majors receives a receives Perseverance Award at Hollywood Unlocked Impact Awards. I don't even know what Hollywood Unlocked Impact is. Oh, I think that you know what? I think that's probably a from the sounds of it, probably something to do with black actors. Look, I'm just saying, bro.
God, dude.
Let's think about the time. Let's think about what Star Wars is going through, right? Like on one end, Star Wars is leaning into one side, and they're getting obliterated. Let's look at the possibility of this man's story turning it into a comeback, if you will.
Carl's right, bro. Carl's right.
It's a participation award. Sure.
No, read what else he said.
R.I.P. Kane.
Amber Heard should be getting this participation award then too.
Nah.
Yes.
Nah. I mean, we do have to look at
she
at
fine.
some point.
Like
Amber Heard didn't get shit like really. She didn't get like wronged. Like I will say, Jonathan Majors, like his shit did get fucked up more than it should have. Like, would this happen to Johnny Depp? No. Like there is a point to where it's like
he was
it is a little fucked up.
No,
but
it's not. It's only fucked up for the people that really give a fuck about this guy. He is
no. I mean,
done.
like,
Let him go
I'm just
sit
saying
in
he
his
did
little crib.
wrong. I'm just saying he did wrong, but there's also people who survived this wrongdoing. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, he's the abuser. Of course they survive. Come on now.
I mean, the physical abuse wasn't really.
Homie threw the girl in the car, not giving a fuck about
video.
her head.
I feel like he mostly got fired for. Because one, if he was actually like really abusing her, she would have came out and said it. I don't want to get into that, but like. He got found guilty for it. He got found guilty for it. And it was a misdemeanor. I think, the text messages and the other just dumb shit around the whole situation.
Okay, it's optics.
Yeah.
You had some bad optics. Of course, you're going to get fired.
Yeah,
it's not that big of a deal. It's not that deep.
It's right. It's not that deep. So bring him back.
No. He plays a mid-fucking character anyway that wasn't doing well.
Give him the dynasty back.
Get his ass out,
give him the dynasty back. I'm not saying give him the dynasty back. I can see it being a W. But then again, the more I look at this picture here, the more I feel like, you know what, I'm wilding right now. Yeah, you'll see in a second.
Bro.
The more I'm like, I'm wilding right now.
Let him go back to his Coretta Scott King and shut the fuck up and live forever happily ever after.
I've taught my way into doing something I shouldn't have done. I'm just going to go ahead and delete this tweet.
Thank you.
Just gonna go ahead and delete that there.
Yeah, thank you.
Anyway, in other news, bar The Boys. All right, I gotta talk about The
Boys. Oh my gosh, man!
I gotta talk about The Boys, and I know. Let me just run through my Twitter here and see if I can just find something to leave the screen on The Boys real quick. There we go, The Boys. Dog. Justin, I know you don't watch the show. I know you don't watch the series. Look, Justin and me, we got this back and forth thing going about the gore. And like, it's
look at his face. This is not necessary.
Listen,
this is fucking
it's one thing. It's one thing to say, you know what, the gore is not for me. It's another thing to downplay the gore. Okay, the gore is not just for gores and for fuck's sake. The gore is to literally make you shit your pants while shit is happening. The gore is literally for you to be on the edge of your seat wondering if somebody is about to get their muffin cap peeled back blue, literally, dog. No, like, to me, that adds to the tension. And then the acting that this guy is putting on and displaying, bro, is absolutely phenomenal. I think it was, what's his name? Paul. I think it was Paul saying this guy deserves an Emmy, Anthony Starr. I agree. Anthony Starr deserves an Emmy for what he's doing with this character because he uses his power as like a motherfucking. He uses his power as the biggest weight in the room. And listen, I get it. I get it, Justin. Like the very beginning, it's like, what the hell? I definitely get it, bro. Season 2, the gore was just OD. Like that really lost me. It lost my wife. Like it was the head popper. It lost her wife. Okay, like it lost my wife. Like she was like, I'm kind of off
Thank
of
you,
this.
Carl.
Yeah, it's cool to not like the gore, but to say the gore is, especially with this season and last season, to say the gore is not necessary. Is the gore necessary? Maybe not. But does the gore add value to the show? Yes.
No, just
Like,
to the
is the
people that
gore
are
used?
gore porn hungry. Just
No.
that.
Is there a way to add gore? No, bro. I do not look forward to seeing the gore. Like, I'm kind of sitting there hoping, like, I hope they don't show this. Like, I hope they don't do this. And that, like, yeah. But if it's something that adds to the show, it's not something that they do, but it's really something that adds to the show. That like adds that tenseness. Like, I don't think you fear Homelander the way you fear Homelander without seeing him
Because
do the
he's,
gruesome shit he does.
dude.
Like, if they did everything off camera, if he went somewhere to do everything off camera, then you think he's just a sanctity person. But the fact that he'll be right there and zap you real quick and let you bleed out, that's some sick shit that you be scared of. Like, this last episode of The Boys I watched had me on my edge. Like, bro, the first season when they were running from Homelander and they were scared that Homelander was just gonna pop up when they had translucent, that was some of the most ass gripping TV I've ever watched. Because I just saw what Homelander can do to people, and now you're going to have this dude looking for you, and he can hear you over shit too. Like, I'm like, there's no way this dude not gonna find him. So like, that's what they're establishing with this gore.
So just say what you want. Horror movies. This is horror for you.
Oh yeah, it's definitely got a horror element to it.
Yeah, I don't like horror movies.
But it's also got
That's why I'm not gonna watch
got
this
a
shit.
comical element to it too. And an action superhero element. So I guess it's just an amalgamation of a whole bunch of shit.
Look, I get it, bro, but nah. Look, I love you, Griff. You're my dude. I'm not watching this fucking show. I'm not. I'm fine. I don't need to see someone get their brains blown out just because they looked at him funny. I'm good. I'm good. It's for some people. It's not for me. If I want to see gore, I'll just look on the freaking Twitter at this point. Shit. I'll tell you this. You're playing a dangerous game right now, scrolling through Twitter on stream.
Nah, man, because I don't watch shit, bro. I'm not like you. I don't click on just random shit on random boobies.
No, you don't even have
my
to.
My algorithm don't even be like that. If you realize if you was holy in your algorithm, bro.
Hey, man.
You went over there watching cross.
Hey, these cosplay girls, bro.
Hey, them cosplay girls get you, dog. I can.
Yes, they do.
I can feel you.
They do.
But look, there's this one. I just kind of want to talk theory here because I'm really enjoying this fucking season. So Justin, you're just gonna have to be lost here for a second.
I will. I'll gladly.
So guys, Sister Sage, dog. I think I figured out what Sister Sage's plan is the whole time. Now, like we're sitting here watching this scene here with Starlight is just effing up Firecracker, like just beating her to a pulp, right? We saw at the beginning of the show two things. One, Homelander came and approached Sister Sage and I'm gonna pull up a better version of her because I am playing a dangerous game now. I see that. Let me
Oh, yeah, it has to do with the thumbnails, right? Well, what's your algorithm, right?
No, it's not there yet, but yeah. Okay, there we go. I felt like the more I scrolled down, it was heading there.
Yeah, but you don't even have to have that type of algorithm. It'll just throw up somebody dying or yeah.
Let's think about why Sister Sage, and like I'm really starting to feel this character, bro. Like I don't know what it was. Like at first I didn't see it, but now I'm seeing it, bro. Like damn. Sister in some dreads. Like I'm like okay.
Yeah, she working them glasses too.
Not Justin might watch.
No, I'm not gonna
No,
watch.
he's not gonna watch.
Oh, what's up,
But look,
chillin'?
what's up, chilling?
I ruined our chances probably to get an
Oh
interview.
man,
By the
chilling.
way,
Go
I went
back,
in.
like, go back to the 40-minute mark of this episode.
I went in.
Go back
I'm not
like
gonna
30
lie.
minutes. Go back 30 minutes ago. It happened like I would say precisely like 40 minutes into the show. And then just go back and watch. And then
Sorry,
come back
didn't
and let me
mean
know.
to, but I did mean
I
to.
mean to
Fuck that
chilling. Go
guy.
watch. I want to hear your. I want to see chilling react live on stream. Fuck Justin.
Sorry,
chilling.
chillin'.
Just know I had nothing. Just know I had nothing to do with it, chilling. If you hadn't, I would have eventually. Oh shit! He knows already.
Dude,
He knows already.
That guy's a bitch, and he's been acting more and more like one. So, I mean, I've been giving him a bit of the doubt, saying he's just playing algorithm stuff, and which is still kind of cringe. But bro, nah, he doesn't even want the conversation. So,
but look, anyway, back to the boys real quick. When it comes to Sister Sage and what she's being brought in for, like, I think that's adding to the suspense of this series is that not only do you have Homelander, who just seemed to be on a warpath, like trying to figure shit out, you also have Sister Sage, who is the smartest person on Earth, who is the mastermind behind everything that they're doing right now, and it makes you wonder, like, what she knows is going on. Like, she's already led them into a trap once. Now you're like, what do you know is happening right now? So she's kind of the hardest person to figure out and kind of mystery behind the show. Now, Homelander brought her in to help her handle the Starlight situation and help him pretty much take over and shit. So she started the whole premise of letting the country tear themselves apart to have a savior. That implying that it's Homelander. One interesting thing I found is like, one, why is she helping Homelander? Because one, she it's clear that she gets disdain from fucking with racist people, right? Like fucking with like idiots. Because there's a scene where she's relishing Firecracker getting fucked up. So I think she is too smart to not know. She's too smart to not know the danger of teaming up with Homelander. So to me, there was a point in the show where they were trying to figure out what's the next move for the heroes, and Homelander's got a son, Ryan, and they're trying to figure out, like, should it be a solo save or a duo save? And she wants it to be a solo save, and she says the thing of everyone needs them one, like the chosen one. Ryan is a born superhero. He needs to be the chosen one of this story. So when it comes to what Homelander is doing, I'm going to look at it like this. She wants to defeat Homelander. And I think how she's going to do it is by using this Ryan to be the savior of what's going to happen. Because at the end of the day, I think Homelander is scared of Ryan. And I'm sorry I'm losing you, Justin, because I know you don't watch this shit. But in order for her to be, like, in order for, like, Ryan to actually come through and save shit, he has to step away from Homelander. And I think what Sister Sage is doing is trying to push Homelander to the edge to where it pushes Ryan away, and he wants to join the other side, and then he goes down the path of wanting to be the savior of what's going on here. But look, I think that's her plan. Like, I don't think it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense for her to want to help out Homelander. Especially as smart as she is, and especially as quick as Homelander would kill people. But anyway, he can't say I'm right or wrong with this because he doesn't watch.
Yeah, because I have no idea. I wish I knew, but at the same time, don't wish.
But real quick, I said we got about 15 more minutes left here. I do want to touch on one thing that I haven't gotten off my chest in a while. And it's about, like, I think it's a perfect time to talk about it because we're seeing what's happening with the Game of Thrones, well, with Hot D and their numbers. What's happening with numbers in general. Or, like, it just seems like on TV and then movies, these numbers ain't been numbering, right?
Yeah.
Um, so one, it has me thinking of like what's next. I've been on this wave because I've been back in school and been going over comms and stuff. And but I think I mentioned it to you, like what's like the next medium? Like what's the next thing? Because are we at the peak of motion media? Are we at the peak of movies and TV to where like something else has to be next? So like from the point of like from mass media was brought on like where you had printing and you had paper, you had stories been printed out to the time now where you have you went from paper to sound to radio to television to motion, well, from pictures, I'm sorry, from radio to pictures to television. So like we're now in the digital age where things have been digitized and you have screens and they learn how to make feelings in this shit from that. So like what does it take for the next thing to come up? And bro, it's early. VR is early, and I'm really thinking it's VR, bro. And like in a way of not like how we think about VR as in like we're playing a game, but really VR as experiencing entertainment through VR, experiencing movies through VR and shows through VR.
Like
I think
being
there
in the
has,
actual world of it.
yeah, well, and not even to where you're playing a game, but to where you were experiencing the story,
Yeah.
in the setting and in the scene. Inside Out numbers though, I haven't seen Inside Out numbers yet. Pictures to radio, they just right. Pictures to radio, I'm way off on that. Don't look, I got 100 on my exam. You can't. I got 100 on my exam, so I know it. But anyway, so what I'm thinking is like, there needs to be people out there who are looking at how VR transcends. VR using AI to generate, exactly. There needs to be people out there looking at ways for VR to transcend to the next level. Now, the biggest problem right now is access to VR. That was the biggest problem with motion pictures. When motion pictures just started out, all you could do was go watch it at TV at the movie theater, and then when you started having TV stores selling TVs and people couldn't afford them, what were they doing? They were going to the TV to a store and watching the news from outside on the TV screen. So the problem with it is access. I just want to throw this out here just in case I'm right in a few years. I think where we're going to have to head next is two things have to happen. Is one, for people to revolutionize the VR game when it comes to entertainment, to master storytelling through VR, whether that's changing the length of the amount of time that we watch things. But I think about it two ways. One, that you can watch it from the director's eyes. Like you can watch the thing from like while you're watching through your goggles, you're actually going through different angles, and it's not necessarily a shot. It could be like an actual, you're in the scene capturing these things with your eyes, and you may be actually able to look around. The other is actually being able to either A, take somebody's point of view, or B, be able to explore the environment while you're watching. So to be able to yourself either walk around or fly around the scene and the set while you're watching. So think about it like this. You got Avengers Endgame. And you're watching Avengers Endgame. And you get to the battle scene. Imagine being a point of view on the battle scene where you're able to actually walk around and watch from different angles and different perspectives of what's going on. And all of that's filled out. And AI is the key. Yeah, 360 immersion. AI is the key thing for that.
Yeah.
So one, I think that has to happen on one end. Like you have to figure that out. And then two, it's going to be a repeat of history, but you have to have these things easily accessible for not full price. And that to me sounds like movie theaters.
True.
Like I think the next thing, instead of IMAX, you replace not replacing IMAX, but you roll out VR movie experience through the movie theaters, much like you did with IMAX in 3D. You roll that out there, and you start to build a desire for it. You're mass producing it, so you create money, and then you're probably going to be able to make it cheaper. So then that's how you get into people's homes. I just feel like that's the next wave. I don't know. sometimes it feels like, what if we're peaking with this storytelling medium of television and movie? Like, what if like really hitting the ceiling? Some things can get to that ceiling. Some things can be like, oh shit, this is great. But do we see it getting much better? Like, do we see our entertainment really being pushed at this just point, just from a flat screen? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think it has a lot to do with like how one, that's expensive. Like, let's be real, that is expensive stuff. And
But through
these
AI, it may not
corporations
be as expensive in
don't
the future.
in the future, but like we got to talk about
Mm.
now. We're talking about a country
Yeah.
that literally doesn't look in the future tense at all. So to
But
want to spend for the future and try to boost these numbers for later and not see a return now,
mm-hmm.
bro, no one's gonna really want to do that. I think the closest we are getting to that though is with Disney and what they did with Mandalorian as far as the volume. I think the
Mm-hmm.
volume actually opens up a lot of chances for that type of soon or later type of immersion because of how they
Yeah.
are like able to change that volume shit.
I think
Um
Disney is spot on for that because they've already
yeah,
started this hollow pad stuff.
yeah,
Um,
exactly.
and that's where they're going. So like I think that and they make movies, their storytelling industry. It's a little bit the thing is like you can go to like an amusement park and like they have these rides on the amusement park where like you're involved in the story.
Mhm.
They're like, come on, do this. Like and they're talking to you. That's not the storytelling mode that I think they need to do for VR.
No.
Um, Now you say it's expensive, but it's an investment. So like if it's what people feel like is next, and what it takes is for somebody to say, "Hey, these movies aren't doing what's going on." Like we're kind of are we reaching the end of this media? Like it's a theory
Yeah,
that could
but
pan
we're
out.
gonna
Like
keep
it's
getting
at the end of the day,
false
it's investment.
hopes. You know what I mean? We got the Barbie. That's a false. I'm not gonna say a false, but it's a hope that
But I
like
think people out there
movie
gotta. I
theaters
think
aren't
people out
fucking
there
dead.
smarter than me would have to either realize. Like I feel like there is.
Yeah,
I don't know
but
if it might be right or wrong. I feel like there
I
has
hate
to
to
be a
bring it
smart
this
person out
way,
there to
but
do
like
that.
that's also how I would feel about global warming and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I I
But
would
this
think there's
happens.
someone
Like I feel
smart
like it's
enough to
gonna
be
be a
able to do
time where
that.
it's gonna be the right person to do it. Like I feel
Yeah,
like there's gonna be the time to be like it's like I'm not saying it's gonna happen tomorrow or in the next 10 years. I just do feel like we are like just imagine where me
I
just
do feel like
imagine
we're plateauing a little bit. Yeah.
yeah that's what I'm saying. Just imagine what like how do we see this getting any better in 10 years with TV entertainment,
No.
TV and movie entertainment, right?
I will say this: it is weird though because I do think I don't want to blame all of the House of the Dragon decline on them. I do think it has to do with Max as a whole.
Yeah, definitely has to do with Max and
Um,
all.
yeah, Max as a whole is fucking like money hungry to the max. So
But even then, like right, the way we feel right now, we have a ceiling. And I don't know if maybe it's just like psychology wise, like I just have a hunger for something more to experience when I'm watching shit. Um, but it feels a lot unfulfilling right now for some reason.
yeah, I
Like
mean
this,
all of this,
like the content
everything.
doesn't. Go ahead.
No, you go.
Yeah, I was just saying the content doesn't feel like we're gonna get better. Like it doesn't feel like it just feels like I've hit it.
Yeah, but
And
I also don't feel like that has to do with more so like the structure of how we're consuming it.
yeah, the
I think
medium.
that has to do with like I hate to keep going back to it, but like it's you keep producing dog shit. Why would we keep watching the shit?
Yeah,
Like
that is
it's
true.
a like Marvel has that's why Marvel is in a real good spot with this Deadpool and Wolverine already tracking to possibly hit a bill.
Yeah.
I think if they can slap this one out, then somehow muster up to make these next few projects that still should probably be canceled, at least admirable. I think they are going to be on an upswing that they can kind of ride home to the main bulk of their shit. And I think it a lot like why should we care about some trash show? Like
We
why
shouldn't.
should we care about some show that literally still amounts to nothing. Like I'm like for real. I think that's more so what is going on
I
than
need to see it.
it just being
I need
the
to see it
problem
personally
of
because I don't see
consumption.
myself being wild. I don't know. Maybe it just hasn't happened in a while. Maybe I'm pessimistic. I just don't see myself being wild from anything I see on TV anymore or on
I
the movie
agree.
screen.
Like what has come out that's been wowing at all?
Right.
Nothing.
Like
So the last ones I would say is probably what Shang-Chi and
no, like
Sp-
even
Sp-
wild. No, it hadn't happened for me since Endgame
I'd say
probably.
Spider-Verse was my last one.
Spider Verse, I will give Spider Verse.
Because
Spider Verse, I
I
was
I'm
wild.
hungry for the new movie, and that's why that's why I
But
have a
you know
lot of
what? That's a
disdain for
different.
Sony, but
The
it's a
animation is
different
a
topic.
different feeling. Like, and
Yeah.
I think that's one reason why I was wild too, because the animation was like just a different
They're
medium than
breaching
what I come
boundaries.
across. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. It's a combination of Hollywood's doing Hollywood stuff. I mean, I really don't like to talk about
I'm just
this,
saying,
but
just find VR companies and invest in them because
100%. I think Disney is making the right move, but I do think they need to
yeah.
start linking up with probably like Apple or somebody that has the
Let's put it
capital
this
to do
way. I
that
think
more.
we can't see it. I think we can't be here long enough to see it because if you think about how quickly people went without having radio
And now we got color
and
TV type shit.
having color TV
Yeah.
in their lifetime, like
Yeah.
before they was old as shit, like that's crazy.
Yeah.
So, bro, with AI and the way this shit can be probably mass produced, like I could just see it starting at a few movie theaters and then it working its way down. Shit.
Yeah, I mean, like for example, how expensive was a small like a 40-inch flat screen TV at one point? Like
Right.
almost like a $3,000 almost. Now you can go get them at Walmart for like a
You know,
hundred,
it'd be smart for
almost
Disney
a
to
hundred
do.
bucks.
Like because this idea again, history repeat itself. Like if you do the VR in the movie theater type shit, right? Like that shit's not gonna last because eventually it's gonna end up being in people's homes and they're watching at home. Like
Yeah,
it's not gonna last, right? But what Disney should do, like I could just see Disney doing this because I had a thought, well, you know what, Disney should just be the one to open up these theaters across the country. But
yeah.
Disney should just invest in putting the technology in
Into these existing
into these
theaters. Yeah,
theaters and let the theaters keep their ownership.
yeah.
And then when it's time to like,
Just pull out. Just
yeah,
pull it out.
it's like we're gonna stop making it. Like we're gonna stop producing these. Well, I mean, I guess they could still sell them to the theaters, but like, what would be the point? And by
Yeah,
then,
true.
everybody would just be living off of that shit.
They need to find a more consistent way of monetizing their stuff
Mm-hmm.
via streaming.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mean that by raising more prices because that is still insane. But hell, I think honestly it'd just be even better if you have your flat price of whatever you pay for whatever service.
But you
And
know what?
then but the problem is dude, there's so fucking many, man. But like I think they should open up an alleyway to where like, yo, if you want to watch this said movie that's gonna be mainly a Max Corporation movie. What I don't know which
Mhm.
movie would be for Max or whatever. What studio would be for Max. But to watch that movie at home, you get it for what 2 days or whatever, and you
Yeah.
pay maybe like $20 for it. I feel like that'd be comparable to movie ticket.
But you know what? I think if they did the VR shit, they could definitely sell what movies sell. Because if you had it at your home and you get the same experience that you would get at the movie.
Yeah, but you'd still have to have the problem of the how you monetize it though.
Yeah.
That's
And
the
you know what?
biggest issue, man. Because that's what was the problem with how do you track that money for that?
What do you mean?
Who's
Like you pay for
so for example, like Black
if
Widow,
you
right?
purchase the movie. Like well you purchased Black Widow.
You didn't purchase Black Widow.
Yeah, you did. I paid
Did you?
$30 for it. Yep.
Okay, well then that's
I
how they
paid
need to be
$30 to
doing
watch
it,
it.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
That right there is how they need to be doing it. You need
I
to
paid
pay
$30 to watch Black Widow.
separately. And I think they need to open up an alleyway where you can have you might not have a membership for Disney Plus, but if that movie is a Disney movie, you can rent that movie only.
I don't think you could do that. I think it had to
I
have a
th-
Disney Plus subscription,
I
and
think if you have an account, you could do it. You know what I'm saying? I
you
feel like if
you're
you
just
have an
thinking you would
account,
like to
you would
just
be able
have
to
a
do.
you
I
just
feel
like to be
like
able
they
to pay
need to
for
have
it.
an alleyway for that. Yeah, I feel like they
Yeah.
need that alleyway because I think it'd be more because bro, you're paying for all these different fucking streaming services, bro. That to me is the biggest issue. That's
Mhm.
why as much as I want to watch House of the Dragon, that's why I haven't done it yet.
Yeah, I
Actually, I
paid
do
the
have a
$10.
Max. I do have a Max account. I just don't know the login stuff.
Yeah, I just paid the $10. I was like, fuck, I didn't want to pay it.
But
I
yeah,
canceled.
that's
I canceled my Marvel Unlimited for this month.
damn.
Yeah,
Damn, really?
I'm just trying to be responsible. Could I pay the $10? Yes, but in principle, I'm trying to like be responsible. And
I
to be
mean,
real, I
at
wasn't reading
bro,
comics. It's not like I'm reading comics every night, so I could just
yeah,
really
I
just go
feel you.
restate it.
I have
Like
like 20 comics that I've only read like 3 of them so far.
yeah,
I'm
yeah. It's
trying
not
to
like
get through them, but life
you
be
know what I
life.
mean. Yeah, but yeah, dog. I just want to throw that out there just in case I'm right in the future.
No,
Anyway,
it's a good thought too, for sure. Something
anyway,
they are
look,
gonna have to think about.
it is something they're gonna have to think about, and what's next, and how do you make that next? And I think, like I said, the partnership with Apple and Disney is key.
Yeah, they need to get that going quick.
Well, they already have some sort of partnership with
Yeah,
content
but they're
wise.
half-assing it. They need to go straight up full-fledged into it, in my opinion.
Well, AI is going to change the world. Anyway, Justin, let's go ahead and get out of here. You got anything you want to add?
Um,
Plug yourself.
we'll be live tomorrow on my main channel, Justified MF. But I am working on a video for Justified Nerd. All right, make sure y'all go check out that Justified Nerd. Um, it's gonna be an Acolyte video, but it's gonna be probably the only time I do an Acolyte video, and it's gonna be, if I'm gonna say it, it's gonna be probably the only time I really talk about Star Wars. So, yeah, that's coming.
No, it's not.
No, it is. Unlike a lot of people out there that can't get rid of their Star Wars drive to talk about. I'm telling you right now, you're talking to the guy that only watched less than half of Andor. I didn't finish not Book of Boba Fett. Did I finish that? I think I did, but I didn't finish Bad Batch. There's a good chance I probably won't finish this show. I will not talk about Star Wars until Ahsoka comes out, because I don't even think I'll go see what's it called, Mandalorian and Grogu. So
You would go see Mandalorian and Grogu.
I really don't think I will. I'm
Come
being
on,
honest.
Justin.
That might be one that I wait for on streaming, like for real. So
You go see that obligation for us to talk about it here.
no, you're not going to do that to me.
No, like we're going to talk about it.
I'm on a revolt. I don't care. I will sit here just like I sat here for
We're not going to
book.
get into this. We're not going to get into this.
But yeah,
We're not
go
gonna get into this.
hit those subs over there, man. I very much appreciate it.
Hey, same thing. We're gonna be back here same time. Wait a minute. Let me check my calendar. I'm about to stuff from my promises.
Chat. We're trying to be
Yeah, we should-
consistent, but
Yeah.
but also if we're not gonna be here, let y'all know, okay?
But look, we've been on every week. All right, like it didn't miss a whole week. Last week we went Monday.
True.
This week we did Thursday. Haven't been a whole week.
We trying.
But I start
We
my-
trying.
I start my screenwriting class next week. So
Oh, okay.
I'm done with my mass comm class. I start my screenwriting class. So I'm interested to see what we learn.
You have to sign up for what's it called? Digital marketing certificate classes tonight.
Taking classes back. I'm glad I had this. This one was pretty easy to knock out. Like I can talk for days. So this one was easy. But when it comes to screenwriting, I'm like, oh shit.
Ooh, film school? Yeah, you gonna be like Josh. I
Well, it's
don't
not
know,
film-
but if did y'all know I went to film school?
Well, you do know I took African American film studies. Yeah. with an associate producer that worked with Spike Lee. He's like, yeah, I worked with Spike Lee.
Okay,
Spike
I thought you
had pictures with Spike. And
I thought you
Monty Ross.
I thought you were gonna say I did have a class where I took a class with Jonathan Majors. That's why I go for him so hard.
Nah. Nah. But like I said, this dude, he really wanted our movie ideas. And he told us how to copyright shit, knowing that nobody was gonna copyright anything. So we had to turn in pictures. I ain't copyright my shit. Nobody copyrighted this shit.
Oh Lord.
And he turned it. I think that was just really one of his like. I feel like they probably do that. They go out there and be like, all right, let me hear your ideas. Take it in. My idea was an animated movie based around, it was black shit. It was like prime black pride stuff, and I was like woke. I was black, like, not woke like them, but like actually woke.
Not like the stupid people say woke.
Not like the shit they do now. Not the woke these young kids claim nowadays. I was actually woke. I watched Hidden Colors. I watched all volumes of Hidden Colors and everything. Just going to the African store and reading books on Egyptian gods and shit. Didn't finish the books, but I was reading them. I didn't finish them, but I was reading. But yeah, I made my movie about these African prince and princess, and there's like a Disney movie, like it's just an animated Disney movie type shit. And it was Mansa Musa's kids. That's who it was. It was Mansa Musa's kids. And it was a movie about just like a love story type shit. And that's
I
when
feel you.
I met my wife. I met my wife. I made the character around her. She was into class too. They're like how the lady like,
Okay, I see you.
Exactly.
I see you. So now you like, hey baby, I made that movie about you, right?
Yeah. There's like black queen curly hair. Who is that? And they're like,
Kendall with the Riz out here, boy. I tell you what.
That was Riz guy. But anyway, yeah, I'm excited to see what we're gonna get out of that class next week, next semester. But
Hey, it sounds fun.
Exam this semester. Yeah, got to take my exam this weekend, so let's see how it goes. But anyway,
Moist stream, fellas. Moist script.
Moist.
Crazy.
Moist.
It's sad because
Hey, but look, appreciate it,
that's
Mr.
kind of
Griffin.
how I want the Justified Nerd channel to be. It's kind of like how Moist runs his stuff. So.
Well, look,
Moist
Mr.
critical.
Griffin, prayers, chilling in the basement. Carl, Lou, C-Dub.
Brooke.
Hey, Brooke in the building too. Hey, much love, y'all. J Field too, if you still in here. Look, much love. We gonna get out of here. I gotta start streaming earlier. I gotta do a better job because I get
9
about
o'clock.
10:30. About 10:30, I'm off.
You start to feel it. That's why I do be like, bro, we need to get on there because I start to.
About 10:30, I'll be
hit a
ready
wall.
To be
I hit a wall.
like, I'll be ready to be like, we out.
We just need to get on a little bit early. We getting there.